Dear students, today I am here with the second poem taken from the Hornbill book of class 11. The title of the poem is The Laburnum Top, written by Ted Hughes. In this video, I'll be explaining the poem along with the literary devices. But before I proceed any further, if you're new to this channel, I request you to please subscribe it. And if you like the content, do not forget to give us a thumbs up. So coming back to the poem, I'll begin with the title of the poem, The Laburnum Top. What is laburnum? Well, it's a tree which is very commonly found around us. This tree is popularly known as amalthas. How do you identify it? Well, if you happen to step out of your house during the month of September, you will find these trees covered with yellow flowers. So the poet is talking about the top part of the laburnum tree, the part that is covered with leaves, flowers and branches. So let's begin with the poem. The first three lines go like this. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So here the poet talks about the tree top, which is silent and motionless. Its yellow flowers appear to be in harmony with the yellow sunlight of the September month. With the onset of autumn, its leaves start yellowing and its seeds have all scattered on the ground. The next two lines say, till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirp, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Here, the poet talks about the goldfinch bird, whose arrival destroys the peace and serenity of the quiet ambience. So you see, the bird goldfinch is also yellow, and the laburnum tree is also filled with yellow colored flowers, and you have the September sunlight that is also yellow. So the yellow color plays a very prominent role in this poem. The bird comes and perches at the branch end and starts chirping with a twitch, making sure that everything is safe and sound. Twitching chirp is a sound made by the goldfinch bird, and you can listen to it. That's the sound of a goldfinch bird. The next four lines go like this. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Of chitterings and a tremor of wings and trillings, the whole tree trembles and thrills. So we see that the poet has compared the goldfinch to a lizard that's alert and agile. With the same abrupt movement of a lizard, the bird enters into the thickness of the tree. That very moment, a machine starts up. This refers to the commotion created in the silent tree when the goldfinch starts feeding its young ones. There is a blend of noise of the little ones chirping and flapping wings as they want to capture their mother's attention and food. The whole tree comes alive with life and starts shaking with all this commotion. The next three lines state, it's the engine of a family. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mark. In these lines, the poet refers the goldfinch to be the engine of a family. She stokes it full means she feeds her young ones to their fill, just as coal is fed into the fireplace of a steam engine. She also feeds her young ones till their hunger is satisfied. After feeding the young ones, goldfinch flirts means comes out of the thickness of the laburnum tree and sits on the branch end, showing her barred face. So here, barred face means the striped face of wings that are the identity of a goldfinch. Next three lines go like this. Then with eerie, delicate whistle chirp whisperings, she launches away towards the infinite sky, and the laburnum subsides to empty. The goldfinch makes a gentle soft sound after accomplishing her task of feeding her young ones. There is a feeling of motherly satisfaction as expressed by the soft whistle that she whispers before she flies in the infinite sky. The poet now creates an image of lifelessness, emptiness, and hollowness. The laburnum tree, which is abuzz with activity with the arrival of the goldfinch, returns to its silence once the bird, which symbolizes life and liveliness, flies away. So this was the explanation of the poem. Now, let me throw some light on the literary devices used in the poem by the poet. The poem consists of 4 stanzas. Only the second stanza of the poem is long enough and has 9 lines in it. It describes the main activity of the poem. However, the rest of the stanzas are short and the last stanza has only 1 line in it. We also see that there isn't any specific rhyme scheme used in the poem. Now look at the first line of the poem. It begins with, "The laburnum top is silent and still." So here we see that the poet has used personification. There is one more place where personification is used when the poet says, "The whole tree trembles and thrills." Then there is the usage of alliteration in the words September sunlight, where the S sound is being repeated, and the tree trembles. Here the sound of T is being repeated. Then the poet has also used a simile. In sleek as a lizard, the goldfinch is being compared to a lizard. Next literary device that the poet has used is onomatopoeia. Words such as chirrup, chittering, trillings, these resonate with the sound of the birds. And not to forget, the poet has used metaphor when he calls goldfinch to be the engine of a family. And when the poet says, "A machine starts up," for the commotion caused by the arrival of goldfinch. With this, I come to the end of the poem explanation and the explanation of literary devices used by the poet in the poem. That's all for today. In case of any doubts or queries, you can drop us a message on Instagram, or you can also drop them in the comment section below. I'll revert to them as soon as possible. See you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.